What was Andrew Johnson's Reconstruction plan? Have you ever wondered how the United States tried to heal after the Civil War? One key figure in this process was Andrew Johnson, who became president after Abraham Lincoln's assassination in 1865. Johnson's Reconstruction plan aimed to bring the Southern states back into the Union, but it was quite different from what many expected. Johnson's approach was based on Lincoln's earlier 10% plan. This plan allowed Southern states to start holding elections and send representatives to Congress once 10% of the voters from the 1860 election swore loyalty to the Union. Johnson took this idea further by offering pardons to many former Confederate soldiers and supporters. However, he excluded high-ranking Confederate leaders and wealthy planters from these pardons, although many of them later received individual pardons anyway. One of the most controversial aspects of Johnson's plan was how much freedom it gave to the white South. He allowed them to control the transition from slavery to freedom, which meant African Americans were largely left out of political participation. Johnson also authorized the return of land that had been seized during the war to its original owners. This decision dashed the hopes of many freed slaves who sought economic independence. As a result, new Southern governments formed under Johnson's plan began enacting the Black Codes. These laws severely restricted the rights and economic opportunities of former slaves, pushing them back into dependent labor roles. This situation led to growing dissatisfaction among Northerners who felt Johnson's policies were too lenient. In response to this dissatisfaction, Congress stepped in with its own Reconstruction policies, known as radical Reconstruction. These aimed to extend civil rights to freed slaves and ensure they could participate in politics. Johnson's vetoes of important legislation, like the Civil Rights Act and the extension of the Freedmen's Bureau, were overridden by Congress. This marked a significant shift in power from the presidency to Congress during the Reconstruction era. In the broader context of the American Civil War, Johnson's plan represents a moderate approach that ultimately fell short. It was overshadowed by more radical efforts aimed at ensuring equal rights for African Americans. The political aspects of this period highlight the ongoing struggle between presidential authority and congressional power, as well as the challenges of integrating former slaves into American society.